How a beginner can be successful at email marketing. Okay, so you've heard about this email marketing thing and you either want to get started or you want to get better at it. This is the video for you. I'm going to walk you through all the steps, what you need to do, the resources you need to have so that you can make money at email marketing. Now I got to tell you, in the beginning I did not collect email addresses. I didn't realize the importance of it. Now fast forward to today and I have a lot of email addresses and I can send out an email and make money within minutes. So I want you to be able to do the same thing. Before we get going, don't forget to subscribe. Hit that subscribe button down there, turn it from red to gray. Don't forget to ring the bell, turn on all bell notifications so you're notified each and every single time we go live or if I upload a video. So in this video I want to walk you through all these steps. Now I'm going to assume that you need help in this area or you wouldn't be watching this video, so I can guarantee you that when we're done you are going to have the tools you need, the skills you need, and exactly what to do to get better at email marketing. Now one of the oldest forms of online communication is email, and even though it's one of the oldest forms, it's still one of the most successful. Keep in mind that out of 7 billion people in the world, 4 billion people actually use email. So that's a pretty good chunk of the population of the world. This is something you have to have in your arsenal. On top of that, it's said that $38 get returned in sales from $1 of email marketing. So that's a pretty good return. I don't think most social media ads could actually do that. So that's why it's so important that you have this in your arsenal. I'm not saying don't do the other things. I'm saying you have to do this one thing if you do anything. Now take a look at this chart right here and it shows the growth of email users worldwide. And the cool thing about email is that you don't have to worry about some social algorithm changing and wiping out all of your traffic, because once you own those email addresses you own the traffic and you can talk to it on your own terms. Now I've heard people say, well, email marketing doesn't work, JR. I've tried it and it just doesn't work. No, that's not the truth. The truth is you aren't doing something right, and that's what we want to correct in this video, is to show you how to do it right, because obviously it works if there's people out there making money. If you're not making money, then you're just doing something wrong, and that can be corrected. Now keep in mind, when you send an email, especially business emails, you are an interruption. Okay, you're interrupting their inbox of their email, so it's got to be good and it's got to be useful. So let's take step number one, is you got to have an email list. It's not just accumulating names and sending out emails. We've got to know why they opted in, how they opted in, what their interests are. In other words, we got to put tags on these people so that we can segregate our audience. Now the best way to do that I've found is through Kartra. Now Kartra is fairly new to the market, maybe 4 or 5 years old, and when I started out I used Constant Contact, I used Infusionsoft, which is now Keep, I used MailChimp, I used Aweber, I used them all, and I got to tell you, Kartra is the best one out there. Now I will put a link below in the description where you can actually watch a video on Kartra. I highly suggest you watching this video. You don't have to opt in, you don't have to give your email or anything to watch the video, but at the end of the video you can actually get Kartra for a trial of only $1. So you definitely are going to want to check that out. Now the next thing I'll tell you is, once you've built this list, you have to define what your goals are. What's the point? What's the point? Okay, are you trying to drive them to a website? Are you trying to build your list even larger? Are you trying to get them to opt in? Are you trying to get them to attend a webinar? Are you trying to get them to buy a product or service? Make sure those goals are extremely clear when you send out that email so that you can judge if it was successful or not. I've had people say, well, I sent out an email and it was not successful. And I say, well, what do you mean it wasn't successful? They say, well, a lot of people opened the email and a lot of people clicked on it, but nobody bought anything. Well, that's not the fault of the email. That's the fault of wherever you sent them to, the page, the landing page, the website, or whatever. That's where the breakdown is. So you've got to understand all the different components of email to see if it's really working or not. Now before you get started in email marketing campaigns, you've got to understand the rules. There are rules out there, the Canned Spam Act, the GDPR, All these things are super important. You cannot just randomly send an email to somebody because you have their email address. They have to have opted in to get on your list, or you can get in a lot of trouble. So make sure that you're getting people to opt in properly. And that, once again, that's where Kartra is going to help you, because they filter all that, they show you what to do, they give people opportunity to have a double opt-in on their emails. So get Kartra, it's going to help you out a lot. Okay, so let's look at a few opt-ins right now so you can kind of see what people are doing and how they're getting opt-ins. Now the first one we're going to look at here is Tionic, and their subject line is getting low on wellness, and then it has a question mark on it, and then it shows their product here, and it says friends don't let friends run out of Tionic, order a refill. So this is how they're marketing here, which is pretty cool. And what do they get right in this? They got a great subject line. They leverage the color psychology. The bright warm colors trigger feelings of health and happiness. It's well timed. The email is targeted at people who have purchased the product and is sent when the customer supply is about to run out. So that's a really good one. Let's take a look at Bluehost here real quick. Okay, that's the Bluehost one, and their subject line is Bluehost's new website builder makes building simple. So they're hitting on a big high point here, which is making websites is difficult. And then they give you all the reasons why you should use Bluehost, and you can click the button that says get started. So this sells the benefits, not the features. Focusing on the benefits makes the copy more compelling. They have a really clean copy design. The simple design makes the email aesthetically pleasing and easy to read, and it has excellent targeting. Bluehost knows who their audience is, mainly made up of small businesses owners without technical expertise, so they want to make it look easy as possible. Now when you're writing emails, it's super important that you understand all the different components of it. Your first component is going to be the subject line. Your subject line cannot give up everything that's in the email, because if your subject line says, 20% off sweaters for men today, then they know everything that's in the email. There's no point in clicking on that subject line. But if it says huge sale on most popular products, click to reveal, then they've got to click to reveal, because a subject line is just there to get them to click. That's it. That's all a subject line is supposed to do, get them to click. And when they actually open the email itself, it should give them some information that's going to make them want to click again, because you want them to go from that email to your landing page or to your webinar or to your opt-in page. So understand, you've got two different components here. Subject line shouldn't give up all the information, should not do that. Okay, it should just create enough curiosity where they're click and they're going to actually read the email. The email should give them enough information to where they're going to want to click and move forward. Those are the two main components of an email, and if you get those right, you're going to do great, and if you don't, you won't. And the other thing I would add to this right now is make this easy to read. Okay, I think a lot of times people think they need to write in some type of business jargon, and they don't. The average American, if you're marketing in America, which I know some of you are that are watching this, I know I have a huge audience in India too, and I appreciate you guys out there, I really do. Thank you so much for watching. But if you're writing to America, they actually read on about a 5th grade level. That's what the average American reads on. Yes, I know they go through high school and college and all that, but they currently and comfortably read on a 5th grade level. So if you're writing on a 5th grade level, you're good. And I would tell you, you want to leverage storytelling. Storytelling is really good. I use that a lot in a lot of my ad copy. But what's the story behind your business? What's the story behind you? What's the story about what you're trying to accomplish? If you interweave that into your emails, you're going to have a lot more people reading your emails and clicking through. Also, you want to use the psychology in your emails. Psychology would be fear of missing out, FOMO. Okay, fear of missing out could be that maybe your offer ends in 72 hours, or maybe you have limited inventory, or maybe you're just offering this to the first 20 people that click, or 50 or 100. Make sure you have some type of fear of missing out in your email copy. Now I like to offer bonuses. So we own a survival food company, Survivalcave Food. You can see it right there. And when somebody buys, let's say, a case of our meat, maybe we offer them a free 10 steps to protecting your home, or 7 steps to survive in the wilderness, and it's valued at $29 or $59 or whatever it is, but we give that extra bonus. and we will put in our emails, get our free $29 report when you click here. When they click there, when they buy the product, they're going to get that free report, or maybe they can just opt in and get the report for free and we can keep emailing them. Now when they first opt into your email list, don't automatically try to sell them something. You want to welcome them to your list. You want to let them know what your list is all about. Here's an example here from Spotify. It says, welcome to the band. You signed up for regular doses of Spotify design straight to your inbox. We're so pleased to have you on board. Please note that you can unsubscribe at any time by clicking unsubscribe from this list. It's right here in the footer. So right up front, they're telling them what they're going to get, when they're going to get it, and if you follow this practice, people will appreciate the stuff you do send to them because they've been told up front what they're going to get. Spotify says, hey, we're going to be emailing you on a regular basis, so they let them know that. If you don't let them know these things, you're going to have people get mad, you're going to have people report you as spam, and it'll just be a big mess. Now to really email properly, you need email automation. And what is email automation? Well, I've mentioned Kartra a couple times here, and once again, you can get Kartra by looking in the description of this video. But Kartra will schedule emails. So let's say somebody gets on your email list and they opt in to get a free report. Kartra will send out another email to them thanking them and welcoming them, and then maybe 3 days later it'll send another email with some content, another 3 days later another email with some content, and then 3 days after that maybe it'll try to sell them something. And what it does is it automatically sends out all these emails as people get added to your list. So you could have some people getting the welcome email on a Monday, another person getting on a Sunday, another person getting it on a Wednesday because of when they entered your ecosystem. And this can all be done automatically through Kartra. So I highly recommend, if you're going to do email sequences, if you're going to try to build your email marketing, which that's why you watch this video, you're going to want to get Kartra. Once again, there's a link in the description where you can watch a video. You can see all the things it does, and it doesn't just do email marketing. It does, you know, all kinds of product funnels, it does courses, it does memberships, it does all kinds of stuff for less than what some of these email providers are charging. And on top of that, at the time of this recording, they don't charge you more based on how many emails you send out, and that's huge, especially if your list starts to grow. How to build an email list from scratch, 0 to 100,000 subscribers. Look, have you been trying to build your email list, but like nobody's signing up, nobody's getting on the list? Well, you're going to want to watch this video because I'm going to give you 10 tips on how you can build your email list up to 100,000 people or more. The quicker you do it, the better. And that's the first thing I want to tell you is don't wait, man. Don't wait. In the beginning, I waited and I didn't build my email list. I was really sorry later. Now, here's the important thing about an email list. Did you know it costs you 5 times as much to add somebody to your email list than it does to just keep them on the list? So the first thing we want to do is keep them on the list. Okay, we don't want to lose any subscribers. You want to focus on long-term retention of your subscribers, and the best way you're going to do that is provide them with good content. Okay, you can't just always ask them to buy something from you or you're going to lose subscribers. Number one, you want to create a personalized CTA or call to action. So on every page that somebody's on your website, it should be a personalized thing. So let me give you an example. Let's say you have a blog. In one particular blog, you're talking about camping, okay, and you're talking about surviving in the woods. You may want to have a pop-up on that page or a place on that page where it gives them 10 tips to survive in the wilderness, or 10 tips for camping in the Midwest, or whatever it is. But that pop-up, that opt-in, should be specific to whatever that article is. Now you may say, well, gee, JR, I don't have opt-ins, I don't have PDFs to do all these things. Man, I recommend you just go over to something like textbroker.com, you outline what you want, and you have somebody write some of these PDFs for you. I mean, you can get these done for maybe $10 or $20, you know, 8 steps on a PDF that's 2 pages long, and you know, for, you know, 50 or 100 bucks, you know, you could have 5 or 10 of these that you could use in your website and as downloads and lead magnets to really help you build your list. And number 2, since we're talking about pop-ups and all this stuff, make sure you have one for every single page of your website. You don't want to miss a single opportunity. It's like, where do you want to get subscribers from? Just these 3 pages or all the pages on your website? So make sure you create a pop-up or an opt-in for every single page on your website. Okay, now here's an example I want to show you that Digital Marketer did, and they actually did a case study for retargeting. For this experiment, what they actually did is they introduced a pop-up ad to returning visitors only. Okay, so these are people that had already been on the site, which appeared to the visitor after 15 seconds of being on the site. They made sure that this pop-up didn't show up for someone who just came to the page for the first time, in which case they were already signed up. Okay, so what they did is they put this pop-up in here. They noticed that people who had already been to the page that they retargeted this did a whole lot better than just having a pop-up on the page. Now you can see they also put meaningful content there. Get the ultimate digital marketing toolbox. Yes, I want all the free tools. No, my business is already perfect. Okay, so nobody could really answer no, my business is perfect. Number 3, create a timed pop-up survey. Start to survey your customers. People love surveys. They love taking them, and the thing is, they feel like they're really included when you put a survey on there. Pop-up surveys do great. University of Alberta put this particular survey on here. It says, you seem interested in Alberta news. Would you like to sign up for a daily news email? This one here did amazing. Okay, and this would pop up after about 10 seconds that they were on the actual site. Number 4, use humor or sarcasm in your CTA. Now I like this one here. It was really pretty cool. It says I always pause and laugh when I see a CTA with a small no thanks, I don't want to lose weight button underneath the prominent yes sign me up link. It reminds me that there's a person behind that button, and while it's meant to be a joke, okay, it also incentivizes me to, you know, not hesitate before clicking no thanks. It's easy to say no when, you know, the CTA sign up says for no more emails. Okay, that's pretty easy to do, but it's harder to say no to losing weight or getting rich. I like this one right here. It says get our on-site retargeting guide. Yes, send me the guide. No, my business isn't important. Okay, so you know, it's kind of funny, but it actually works a whole lot better if you interject a little bit of that humor, a little bit of that sarcasm. Number 5, describe value in your CTA. Okay, if you make it something really important, if you say it's exclusive or it's a one-time only, something along those lines, you're much more likely to get opt-ins, as opposed to saying sign up or subscribe. You want to change it up. You want to change it to things like, I don't download, featured, exclusive access, stuff like that. That's going to make them feel like it really is important. So you could say something like download our exclusive limited time book now. Okay, that means so much more than get the book or sign up or something along those lines. This here will have a lot more impact. Now next thing is use social media. Pitch your email newsletter in social media. Let people know you have something like that. A lot of times people don't do that. They want to get them over to the website to sign up for something. What if you had a sign up on social media where all they had to do is click and they could actually sign up right there? Now even if you don't have a huge following, any following could get some signups, and what we're talking about is incremental increases in those subscribers, which ultimately is going to help you build your list. Number 7, you know, this is pretty obvious, but a lot of people don't do it. Create more landing pages. Okay, if you got more landing pages, if you got more places for people to go to, if you have more opt-ins, if you have more PDFs, okay, lead magnets, you're obviously going to get more people on your list. I see too many sites that will have 1 or 2 opt-ins or 1 or 2 downloads you can get, and that's it. You know, what if you had 20 downloads and they hit a whole bunch of different areas, and all these different areas could draw in new people for your list. Number 8, encourage everyone to sign up immediately. Okay, it could be a limited time offer. I'm only doing this for a week. I'm doing this for the next 72 hours. You know, sign up now, download now, make it urgent. Okay, to where, you know, a lot of people will just put stuff off. They'll go, yeah, maybe I'll sign up for that later. But if you put in there that it's going away, that it's a limited time offer, you're going to get a whole lot more signups. Number 9, you want to include a CTA or call to action on your About Us page. Now a lot of people don't do much on their About Us page. You know, you click on it and there's a paragraph or 2 about the company or about the founder or something like that, and that's all there is there. But you know, that page there is so very important, because that's where people are going to learn about your company, learn about your brand, learn about your products. And if they go there and then there's a pop-up where they're going to get something free, that's where you're building your relationship. Think about it as the first date, right? The first date, you want to have a good impression. So when they go to that About Us page, make sure you've got some type of pop-up or opt-in in there too. Too many sites, and you can check this yourself. You can go around to a lot of business sites. Almost none of them have a pop-up on that site. Almost none of them have an opt-in on that page, that About Us page. It's crazy. Number 10, try interactive boxes. Now this can be a scroll box, this can be a timed box. I don't like, personally, when I go to a web page, as soon as I get there, a pop-up pops up and it blocks what I was trying to read. That's irritating to me. And I also doesn't allow me to consume some of their information. Now think about this. If they're consuming some of your information, then they're getting to know your company, they're starting to like your company, and they're spending some time on that relationship. So you don't want that pop-up to immediately happen. Okay, that's just not a good thing. What you want to do is you want to have a timed one. So after they've read for 15 seconds or 20 seconds, whatever you determine, then you can have that pop-up opt-in offering them something exclusive and great. Or it can also be a scroll pop-up to where as they scroll down, the further they get, maybe it's 50%, maybe it's 75% of your page, that's when the pop-up happens. Now if you don't have the ability to do this, I would suggest using something like Kartra. Kartra is amazing. It's one of the best marketing softwares I think I've ever seen. It's one of the few softwares I even talk about. I am an affiliate for Kartra, but I use Kartra. Matter of fact, all my marketing is done through Kartra, and you will find a link in the description below if you want to watch a video on Kartra and all the things it does. It does pop-ups, it does emails, it does funnels, it does sales pages, it does memberships, it does it all in one place for a whole lot cheaper than you could do that by trying to Frankenstein together a bunch of different pieces of software. So it makes it really easy for you to do these pop-ups and these opt-ins without having to have other software to do it. So all in all, there's not one particular thing that you can do to improve your subscriber base, but there's many things, and that's a good thing, because if there was only one thing and you had to be really good at that one thing, then it would be tough to improve what you're doing. But I just gave you 10 things you can do. 10 things. If you only did 5 of these, you're going to improve your opt-in ratio. But imagine if you did all 10. Just put them all into practice. Tell yourself, you know what, I want to build this list. I know the list is important. I'm going to go ahead and take what JR said, and I'm just going to go ahead and do these things. Now the reason most people don't do all these things is it's overwhelming to them. They go, wow, that's a lot of stuff to do. That would take me forever. I don't have time to sit down and do all that. Maybe I'll do that next month. Maybe I'll do that next week. Maybe I'll do that next year. Here's what you do. You pick one of the things. You list the 10 things I gave you. You pick one of the things and you incorporate that onto your website. Okay. And then maybe next week you pick another one of the things, and in 10 weeks, guess what? You've got them all incorporated. So don't think of it as all these things you have to do right now. Think of it as a bunch of different pieces, individual pieces. And if you think of it that way, it makes it less daunting, less overwhelming for you to do. And when you take it in small pieces like this, you get it done. And that's probably true with everything you do. Okay, take everything in small pieces, but just make sure you're moving forward. If you say it's too much work to do, I'll have to put it off, I can't do any of it right now, that's the wrong attitude. Never say I can't do any of it. You can always do some of something. Whether it's eating better, maybe you can't change all your meals, maybe you're not going to eat all perfect meals, but maybe you could change one meal a week or one meal a day. Maybe you can't exercise an hour a day, but maybe you could get up and walk around the block for 15 minutes. Okay, so it's all those small incremental changes that's going to make all the difference in the world. Work less, earn more. Email automation secrets. Did you know that you can automate the entire process of emails? You don't have to sit there and write emails every day. As a matter of fact, you could be sleeping, you could be watching a movie, you could be doing whatever you want, and emails are going to be automatically sent out. In this video, I'll show you exactly how to do that, how we actually do that every single day, and how you can too. And in the end, I'm even going to show you the software that makes it all possible, and we'll do it for you. Look, this email automation thing is so cool. Based on what somebody does, you can send personalized emails out to them. It'll even have their name in the email or a product they bought or whatever they downloaded automatically in the email. And this is all made possible by a software that I'm going to share with you at the very end. But first, let's talk about what they are. Email automations actually automate emails going out to consumers. So what you do is you pre-write the email, and the areas you want it to say, maybe their product or their name or something like that, you put a little bit of code in there, simple stuff. This is very easy, copy and paste, and then that email is sitting there. So every time somebody downloads your report or buys your product or does whatever action that you want, these emails automatically go out to them, and they're personalized. Now, email automations are going to take the repetitive task off your to-do list and free you up to do more interesting things, like maybe vacation, or maybe take some time off, or maybe come up with new ideas and new products to sell online. Now, let's face it, as a business owner, the most important thing you have is time, because once that's gone, it's gone, and you can never get it back. So if you could use some of these email automations to do things for you and you don't have to think about it, all the better. Now you can use these email automations for all types of things. Maybe somebody just joined your email list and you want to thank them for joining the list, and you want to talk about your company, give them some examples. Maybe somebody just bought something from you and you want to thank them for buying from you. Or maybe they put something in their cart and you want to send out an email saying, hey, you never completed your sale. All these things are going to help you grow your business so much faster, and you'll be doing less work. The cool thing is, you can use these emails to stay connected to your consumers. You can stay connected to people who are interested in your business, and it doesn't take time off your plate because all these emails automatically go out based on what they've done, based on what they bought, based on anything that they've done as they interacted with your company. That's pretty cool stuff. Now you can link your website to these email automations and you'll know what's going on. You'll also know what works on your emails, because the powerful tool I'm going to tell you about in just a little bit actually looks at all the metrics. It looks at how many people opened the emails, who opened the emails, who didn't open the emails, if they went to the page you wanted them to go to, if they clicked, if they bought, anything they did. It's going to be in the metrics, and it's automatically included with the software I'm going to let you know about. The cool thing is it allows you to personalize the emails based on that individual. 90% of consumers that responded said they love to have personalized emails above and beyond the regular old business emails that come out. Now with this software, you can actually send out a series of emails that go out maybe every other day or every day until they complete some action. And once they complete the action, like buy the product that you're advertising, it takes them out of the sequence automatically. You don't have to do anything, and it thanks them for buying the product. How about that? I really like the fact that it takes responsibilities off your marketing team. It takes responsibilities off you, and that way you can grow your business so much faster. Email automation, it's the way to go. It also helps you improve your customer retention rate. Now it's been proven that somebody who's already dealt with you, already done business with you, is 5 times more likely to purchase from you than an average person who is coming to you for the first time. So somebody who maybe purchased, we sell survival food, so somebody who maybe purchased a case of our beef, we can say, hey, I just wanted to remind you, you bought a case of our beef and we have a 20% off coupon now on the chicken. Click here to get it. Hey, you've talked to them about something they've done. That works amazing. It also helps make your whole business more scalable. Now imagine you are sending out individual emails. You're writing emails and you're sending them out to people. Even if you have a template and you're sending them out to people, and all of a sudden your business doubles. Could your staff handle that? Probably not, because you have enough employees right now to handle the business you have. But with email automation, you don't have to do anything more. It just automatically sends out these emails, these templates, whatever you've designed, and gets you more business. These things are time sensitive too. So if you have a 5-day sale and you want to send it out and you start sending it out on Monday, by Friday you're done, right? You can't do anything more with it because you've sent it out. But what if somebody joins your list on a Tuesday or a Wednesday? This email automation thing is so cool. What it does is it figures that's when the sale starts for them, and it goes out for 5 days. So no matter when somebody joins your list, it automatically adjusts that time limit to match your customer. When somebody joins your list, 75% of the people expect to get a welcome email. So it's pretty cool. If somebody joins my list, I can thank them for joining the list and let them know what's going to be coming in the future. And people who get that welcome email are 4 times more likely to open it and 5 times more likely to actually click when they get a personalized welcome email like that. In addition to that, these emails generate 320% more income than a standard straight marketing email that doesn't mention anything they've done. The next thing it does is cart abandonment. So if somebody puts something in their cart and they don't follow through with the sale, you can send out an email that says, hey, did you forget something? Those emails will gain you more business. Why? Because 70% of the people that put a product in their cart never check out. That means you're losing 70% of the business. Now there could be any number of reasons for that. Maybe their phone went off, maybe they got an email, maybe, I don't know, some emergency happened around the house, maybe they changed their mind for a moment, or they thought they would get back to it and forgot about it. There's all kinds of reasons. But the point is, if you send an email for abandoned cart people, you're going to pick up more business. The next thing the software lets you do is it lets you track what's going on. It lets you know if your emails are getting opened. It lets you know if there are people clicking in your emails. It lets you know if they're purchasing based on a sequence. So all of this is done automatically for you, so you can make adjustments. If one headline's not working and people aren't clicking on it, you can actually split test. In other words, let's say you have 1,000 people on your list. You can have one headline or subject line in one email and another subject line in another email. Then you send out all those emails and it automatically sends out to half your list the one subject line, and then it sends out the rest to your other subject line. Once you've done that, you can see which one worked better and switch to the one that got you more results. This is all done automatically through the software. This can also allow you to send out discounts strategically. So maybe somebody didn't purchase, and one of the #1 reasons people don't purchase is shipping cost. So maybe you want to follow up with, hey, if you buy now, I'll give you free shipping, or if you buy now, maybe I'll give you 20% off or 10% off. Whatever you want to do, you give them some extra incentive to come back to their cart and purchase that particular item, and your sales will go up because some people just forgot to go back. The other thing I like to do is create drip campaigns. When somebody first comes to my email list and they sign up on a Tuesday, maybe for every 2 days I want to give them some content, some blog, some video, something that's helpful for them, and I want to do that over a period of 7 or 8 days. Once you set up these sequences in the software, it does that for you. And what I mean is you write the emails one time, that person that joins the list on a Tuesday, and you've got, I don't know, a 1-week sequence, it'll end on Monday. But the person who joins it on Thursday, it'll end next Wednesday, and it keeps doing that as people join your list. It is intuitive to the date that they actually join the list, and it'll send out the emails exactly the way it should be, unlike a broadcast, right, that sends them all out at once, and once it's done, it's done. This software can also send out surveys so you can learn more about your audience and direct them to the right products. It will also send out any type of content that you want. It will also ask them for customer feedback. How did they like dealing with your product? How do they like dealing with your company? You can get that feedback and improve your company by doing this, and it's all done automatically. It's so very cool. I mean, I think about some of the things the software does. It'll let you know who came to a page. If they actually just came to the page and didn't do anything, it records who came to that page, and you can actually send them emails and say, hey, I saw you visited my page, but you didn't buy, you didn't download, you didn't sign up, whatever it may be, and you're going to pick up more business, but it's all done automatically. In addition to this, this is going to blow your mind, because you've probably seen email, programs before and sequences before, but this particular software, lean in a little bit more, they don't charge you based on how many emails you send out. That's right, they don't charge you a penny for more emails being sent out. No other company does that, but this one I'm going to tell you about. I'll tell you the one thing I really like. When I switched over to the software, I was paying for 8 different pieces of software. This particular software cost me less than 8 different pieces of software that I was paying for. Now, I told you about email sequences because it does that, but it also does sales pages. It also does memberships if you want to have courses. It also does pop-ups if you want to have pop-ups, or exit pops, as some of us know. When you go to leave a page, it'll say, wait, here's another 10% discount. It does so many things, guys. You've got to get the software. You're probably wondering what it is, right? It is Kartra. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to provide a link below in the description, and I want you to click on the link. You don't have to give up your credit card. You don't have to give up your name. You don't have to opt in. You don't have to do anything. Just watch the video. There's a video explainer, and when you're done watching that video, there's going to be an offer for 14 days. It's either free or $1. They switch it up, but if you use my link below, you're going to get that offer, and I think you're going to like it. You try it for 2 weeks and you're going to like it, because it does all this stuff for you. It helps you grow your business. It's like having another 50 employees doing work for you, but it does it all automatically. I hope this helped you out. I hope you enjoyed it. You got something out of it. Man, I got to tell you, email sequences have made me so much money at this point, because as people come on my list, they start going through all my sequences, and I probably have over 100 in there right now. So it's a lot of different sequences in there that they go through, and it offers them different things, and it triggers different things, and it's not complicated. Calm down. It's not as complicated as you think. You can learn this. Keep in mind, when these things scare you, when you go, oh my gosh, I don't know if I can learn that or not, everything you know right now, at some point you didn't know. Everything you know right now, at some point you didn't know. I remember when I started my online business almost 13 years ago, and I didn't even know how to send emails hardly. I couldn't do anything. And now I know how to do things, and you can too. All you've got to do is learn it. Check out my channel, watch a bunch of videos. You can get a great education on my channel. There's over 1,300 videos, and guess what? I don't charge you for any of these videos. They're all absolutely free. Thank you so much for listening to this video. Check out cards below. If nothing else, just watch the video. Tell me what you think about it in the comments. If you like it, if you don't like it, whatever it is, put a comment below, and if you have any questions, please share those with me too, or if you just want to say hi. Thank you so much for watching this video. Give me a thumbs up if you liked it. There's a thumbs up right there. Don't forget to subscribe. Take that red button down there, click it, turn it gray. Don't forget to ring the bell. Turn on all bell notifications so you're notified every time I go live or if I upload a video. Thank you so much. See you in the next video. Hey, thanks for watching my video. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and click that little bell right there so you can be notified every time I do a new video. Also, click on one of those videos there. Keep watching on my channel.